Welcome, Hilda. Hello, how are you?
I am, you know what? I'm spectacular. I'm changing what I started to say in the beginning. I'm feeling very, very spectacular today. Spectacular. And I'm feeling bright and with all this charisma because you have those flowers popping at the back. Listen, how could I not
it's
be
like
good?
it's like a good contrast because it's like
Listen, I told you I could flip it. Told you I could flip it around. Listen,
change the
I told you.
background. Maybe that will help. That might help.
Listen, if I
Just change
go
the
playing around
vibe.
with the background, if I go playing with the background, you know what ends up happening?
I don't
Nothing good. Effect
just
sticker, no, we don't want no stickers. We don't want no retouching. Green screen, no, we don't want green screen either. I'm just going to close it. Close the
okay.
caption. You know what? Listen, you can't get greener than what I got going on there background right now. And this is good. Yeah.
But regardless, you're welcome. And how's your? I think it's your morning,
It's
close
my
to
morning.
noon. How's it going?
It is a bright morning, uh, a bright, chilly morning in good old Nova Scarcity. Yes, it is. In me, I have been up since 6. So I'm not one that likes to ease into my morning. So I've been just
Yeah.
easing into the morning. Um, yeah, you know, trying to open up my mind to today's conversation. Even though I kind of forgot about it exactly what the topic was, but it's a very good topic.
It's okay. I got you. I got you. Um, I think you don't really like the weather. I can see it looking at your
Again,
face.
listen, as I said, right now, look, it's going right gloomy again. The sun comes out and then it comes in, but it's with the one consistent thing we do have today is it's cold. People, we have been in sub-zero temperatures for the past, I don't know, and it's supposed to be spring. So, you know what, Reverend said, you've got to change that attitude around. Will you come on in here to Nova Scotia, little Miss India? Okay.
I moved from Chicago, so I know I can feel your pain. All right, it's like
Yeah.
it snows in April too, so yeah, so
And
I
y'all, it's been drawn on me. It's been drawn on me. Yes, it has.
yeah. Maybe take some color from here because this is the picture that I took
I
today of the spring
am. I
flowers,
am.
and so there you
Hello,
go.
Nina.
Hi, mom. Welcome. But yeah, um today's topic is about, I think we talked about connection the week before. So like
Yeah.
2 weeks ago on my channel. Um as well. And today's topic is when that connection feels dangerous, i.e., in psychology we call it abandonment, which is basically um can show up in different ways, but really when you feel like um well, we can talk more, but really like we're going to talk about like when connection really feels unsafe at the core. That's what we're really talking about for people who don't understand.
Yeah, we're going to unpack that because you know what? To further discussion, because it's been a progressive discussion. And the one thing that, you know what, I think that inspired this discussion is it is one of those issues or it's that symptom that keeps showing up because there's still that something that needs to be healed. So that's why we're going to have this discussion because abandonment can look like many different things. And self abandonment is something that, you know what, happens often if the abandonment issue is not healed.
Yeah, at the core of it is like you are like you said, it's like abandoning yourself in some way.
Mhm.
And it can, like, the major ones that I'm aware of is like anxious attachment, which is like you latch onto the other person because,
Mhm.
and just to feel safe. And then another one that I am very much I fall into is avoidant attachment, which is like you just isolate yourself and um you just want to be left alone because that's you know but like let's talk about why do we do
Why do
this?
we do it like that? Why? Because,
Why?
for instance, let's just talk about the latter one that you just talked about,
Right.
because I think that that is something, that's one that a lot of people are experiencing right now. And if you have gone through, uh, I'm going to say, toxic dynamics throughout your life, and
Mm,
abandonment being one of those, it showed up in many different ways, but yet not acknowledged, that can leave one, um, in their adult life, with avoiding making connections with other people because of the
mm.
fear of being abandoned eventually. So it's kind of like, you know what, I'll abandon you before you abandon me. And then that can kind of look like, you know what, eventually you just stop trying. You stop trying to make connections. And oftentimes, when those connections are in front of you, you will sabotage them. So that's like an extreme one way. So how do we bring it back to where it's healthy and one can feel safe upon entering a relationship without, you know what, going to the extreme of, you know what, um this person has the potential to hurt me and leave me. So this is the tough topic, but as I said, and so most people are walking around with a loneliness, which is like a almost like a torture. You want to be with people, or you want that connection, and yet, you know what, the fear of what might happen during the connection prevents you from actually allowing yourself to be open to having the full connection because of not wanting to take the risk. I know I said a lot on this.
No, no, no,
It
I'm
can
just
be as
kind.
perplexed as that, and it is perplexed, and that's why we're unpacking this, because it if it's allowed to continue, it definitely stunts your growth. You do- it stunts your growth in terms of relationship wise, and yourself. You know,
Yeah,
I
I
believe.
want to. Yeah, I think that this is. Yeah, so I feel like you said a lot of great points, and it just feel like maybe we can start from the beginning, like why this happens. Because at the end of the day, you're trying to protect yourself, right, from getting hurt.
Hmm. Hmm.
That's what we're
Hmm.
doing. But I think like the core of it, what I felt was like, and especially I and you can add more. And people, if you watch the replay, whatever, please feel free. It's like at some point early on, most probably, it's not always the case, but usually when it's like it affects your life, it is very much the possibilities it happened early on because it affects you deeply, right? And where you were made to, I'm not I cannot say intentionally, but like the experience of the person, I'm talking about the experience of the person, is that they felt abandoned or disconnected either emotionally, mentally, because these are the basic needs of a child. um in some cases also physically. And then we don't even talk about the spiritual side. But I think that is another component where we can feel abandoned. That's another topic, but like, let's just uh, I think that's deeper topics, but we can stick
Yeah.
to like mental, physical, and emotional. Um, and at some point, I think that when those needs are not met, the basic needs of feeling like you matter, and like you know, you're seen and you're fully heard and appreciated, like y-
And you're
fully,
safe, and you
unconditionally,
are,
and you're
and you
safe,
are
and you're
safe.
safe enough to do all of that in the presence of another human. And that's what, because we're not able to regulate our emotions very well when we're a child. It's all emotions, right?
Hmm.
So we
Hmm.
need another person to like help us regulate that,
Hmm.
right? When we don't get that, I think what ends up happening is we start internalizing that within ourselves. Like, there's something wrong with me, or I don't fit, because, and like stuff like that. You know, I don't fit in, and like confidence goes down, and you stop showing up fully in the physical world. Um, it's just really interesting. Or either you have mentors or someone, like adult, that can help you fulfill those basic needs other than just physical needs, which is, I guess, the case in your community as well as my community too. We're very good with like physical needs, but um I think that the brain demands much more than that.
Right.
so
Right.
um I think that, and like you said before, that this particular pattern or wound shows up very much in relationships, either in the physical world, like in your career, you will stop like showing up and like trying,
Hmm.
d- daring more and asking for more. And it can also show up in your like platonic relationships or romantic relationships. And, you're just kind of, it almost feels like a child sitting, waiting for someone to not get hurt, basically,
I'm going to just
sorry.
get you to pause. Good, all very good points, but I need you to pause because I need to handle something.
Okay, that's fine. um I'll go on for in the meantime. But yeah, it feels like something core when is missing. It's almost like your brain tries to get it, um is asking for it, but you don't have the language, and you don't know
Right.
how to like, it's really interesting, because, and I told you, like, I'm kind of in the middle of it myself, so it might be difficult. Oh, welcome, Anna, hope you're well.
Hello, Emma.
um but yeah, that's what I feel like, that the core issue is that somewhere along the line, your basic emotional, um mental needs, sometimes also physical needs, were not met. So what do you think? And also people in the chat.
Absolutely.
Yes.
I was thinking, and it comes down to one of the issues being trust. And oftentimes, you know
Mm,
what? You can't trust whether or not, you're going to be like if you've had abandonment issues, and what did that look like? Okay, that's either what did your often if it starts young, that's going to resemble something looking like this. Your caregivers, they are the first people to be around you and that are supposed to be there and support you
yeah.
and make sure that everything is okay. So when one is experiencing it young, what is that looking like? Usually,
I add, like, I can talk about like my experience. I
Right.
think I was very shy. Like, I was not this person. So
No.
what ends up happening is you end up internalizing all of that unseenness, I guess, which
Yeah.
was, and you start feeling like something is wrong with you because you're internalizing their projections and their
Right.
perspective of you, their image of you. Um, so basically, you basically try to fit in. You
Mm-hmm.
just mold
Mm-hmm.
yourself. It's a survival strategy, right? Um, it's really, at the end of the day, people adjust differently. Some can become clingy, right? And it's like, I just want my parents, like, I just want, like, every person handles it differently because they're feeling it and they don't know what to do with it. So you become extra clingy and extra anxious, or you can become the other way. I don't need nobody, just leave me alone.
And often, what's happening during that process is one starts to self abandon because what you start to abandon what you
Mm.
really need, what you're really feeling, because what, either the room is not safe enough, or what, it's whether you say something or not. If you go to express, because when you did express, it wasn't received, nor was it nurtured, nor was it even, it wasn't something that was to be on the table. So, you learned then that, what, um, real quick, that what you needed wasn't important.
Oh my God. Yes. It's almost like you start ignoring your needs and your emotions,
Hmm.
and you can become a people pleaser. You'll try to please everyone. And I became the nice girl. Like, everybody was like, she's such a nice girl, so obedient. And like, no. You know what I mean? And like, that was glorified. That was glorified. Like, that
There's
nice
some
girl
good
image. Okay,
there's
sorry, I
some
should
good
read the
chat
comments.
going on. I think you should read the chat.
Okay, let's see. Um, Anna says, trust is being broken by my dad. Oh, started young.
Mm,
I just didn't realize. That's a core
hmm.
issue. I feel like how we show up in the world is based on our relationship with our father. If the father was present, that becomes your self confidence, right? I struggled a lot in
Absolutely.
that sector. Um, Absolutely, Anna. And she says she was extremely shy and smiled always. Oh my God, same. I was like, just accept me, can you? I'm such a good girl. Exactly,
That's
sure is. That's why I never wanted to marry, because I didn't want wrong gloves. Okay, yes. Like, that's the
mm,
like the consequence of this on romantic relationships.
yes,
Like, people don't
yes,
understand, but it's very much linked.
big
Yeah.
time, big time, big
Okay.
time.
So, right, it's not important. Okay, I'm not sure. But yeah, absolutely. Thank you for your comments. Yeah. So, where were we? And I say, yes, I was a daddy's girl. Then I say why certain people are attracted to me, all not good. Ooh.
Yes,
Okay. This is a good point. I'll just elaborate. If you, like you said, if you learned to survive, and you survive through abandoning yourself and your needs, you can attract abuse. I'm just going to say that. Sexual abuse, mental abuse, emotional abuse, because you don't know what's right or wrong. You're just so engulfed in the needs getting met, you can attract the wrong kind of partners, right? What do you
and
think?
there's also a programming that what, you've been programmed to contort in order to get what it is that you need, which means often, what, abandoning what you really, really feel. So you're become pleasing, what, pleasing other people. So you become a pleaser, or a doer, a
Doer.
doer. that comes up,
Yes.
and if that's, if you look at
Overperforming,
that,
right? You're like you're perf- yeah,
overperforming in order to,
perfectionist. Yeah,
yes,
all of that.
yes, hmm
You can't sit
hmm
still. Like all of this are like side effects because you're constantly proving yourself that you're worth it. When it's like it's isn't that same
looking for validation
like providers?
exteriorly as opposed to interiorly. Because we,
Yeah,
and I think that that's important to also note at this time, that I think that, what, during this process of acknowledgement, the true power does come in taking your power back, even with that those negative experiences, knowing that we have the power
we're
now.
gonna go to we're gonna go to that. Yeah, like absolutely.
Yes,
I
yes,
think
yes.
it's a journey. I think it's a journey,
Mm-hmm.
and it's interesting how, like Anna
Ooh, huh.
mentioned, you mentioned,
Mm-hmm.
and people I know in my life have had similar journeys.
Mm-hmm.
It's almost like we had to learn to develop all of that within our being.
Mm-hmm.
It's
Mm-hmm.
good or bad. It's up for
Mm-hmm.
debate. I don't want to comment on that. But I think most of us learn through pain. And like Anna mentioned, like she says that I did no more ever again since over a decade alone. So she did choose relationship, but she's not choosing to stay alone rather than just fear of being
And
alone,
you
right?
know what? There, hence, once again, I think that a part of the healing does come when one does separate. You you separate yourself from people, or what you will call isolate, or you go into hermit mode to heal. And however
Yeah.
long that
Yeah.
looks, the thing about it is acknowledging that, what, uh, uh, it has a time period. It has a time period.
There was
You
there
don't
was
stay.
yeah. Yeah.
In,
There was this video that I saw like on the same topic, and sorry if I cut you off because it was
no,
like,
no.
as you can see, this is something that is very much um on my radar right now. So I'm
Yes,
kind of like,
I'm a Cancer, soft shelled. Oh my God, I'm a Cancer too, Cancer Leo.
wow.
Isn't that something I could tell by your? You know what? I'll tell you, all carry. I was very shy. When I tell you shy, I
You
was
were shy?
shy. Oh my
What?
good Lord! I'll tell you. Oh yes, 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 yes.
It's hard
Shy,
to
and I had a
believe.
nickname, Bones. Shy and skinny, skinny, tiny. Oh
I
yeah,
was skinny too.
yeah, yeah. Scrawny. Yeah. Bullied. Oh dear Jesus, bullied. Yes, yes, yes.
Oh
So I
yes,
don't know.
I such a crybaby. Like I was bullied too.
Yeah,
It's
yeah,
like
yeah,
that's what it is.
yeah.
And like people like that who are quiet and like they are like a breeding ground for bullies, right? It's just interesting. Like we learn through pain, most of us. And
But
um
my God, when we take our power back, whoo, that looks like something else too. I gotta say
yes,
that. But and because I didn't stay that
it's for
way.
you too. Yeah. So Anna says hugs for you to beautiful. Oh, thank you for being
Same
here.
to you.
Same to
Same to you,
you.
Anna.
Me too. Okay.
Anime.
So I want to talk about this because it is my
Mm-hmm.
pattern. Okay. What is what I do is that what I've done is that, okay. She says I was lucky my neighbor, we all grew up in same something, not too much bullied. So okay, good. So she was not bullied.
Okay.
She or he,
That's good. That's
they, I'm
good.
not sure. Okay. That's good. Good for you. I was
Yeah,
bullied like crazy. I had such self-image issues. You
me
cannot
too.
like this person sitting right now, opposite,
Mm,
like polar opposite.
yes.
I'm
Yeah.
still I'm
Yeah.
still kind of working through these, right? I think we all do in some way. But again, that video was like this guy is talking to maybe a therapist, and he's like, I don't want anyone. I'm so content. I just want peace and I don't want to be in a relationship. And I'm talking about romantic because they mentioned, right? And so the whatever the therapist, whatever they asked, like, why? So you never met anyone? And the guy says that Oh, I never found someone like myself, and I am very happy to be alone. And work on myself. I
Mhm.
I'm constantly
All the same bullshit that we said. All the same shit.
my
Yeah.
story. Okay, okay, okay. Hold on, hold on. So I'm okay. I have no problem pulling my own leg. Okay, okay, okay. So he says that I'm constantly working on myself, and I need, I just need peace, and I
Mhm,
just, and I just want to be, I want to just live by myself. I don't need nobody.
mhm, mhm.
And she says that, um, dude, you're just making a fool of yourself because you heal in relationships. Like you are scared of being with the other person, and you're running away, running away from that. She said it pretty ruthlessly. I'm gonna share that on my channel.
Yeah.
I'm being very polite right now, but she said it very bluntly. She's like, "Oh, you don't even know how to exist with another person, and you think you're living a great life."
Mm,
That's what it is. You know,
yes,
and I am going through something similar. Like I can be very much in my. Oh, another thing I want to just mention, because what you said about development, right? Self development.
yes.
Uh, she said that you're very, um what is the word, conscious, and you have worked on your self development, but life is not just about that.
No, it isn't. It isn't. It isn't.
So it felt like she was she was talking to me, because my parents have been telling me the same thing, but I think I'm triggered by them, so I don't pay any heed to their opinions.
But you know what? I'm going to say this is someone who has been single now for the past 7 years. Um, I don't have. I have my moments of when I'll look to the
Right.
other side of my bed and the other side and look at that empty space and think about how it would be nice to have somebody there. I think of also sometimes if I'm cooking, how I would like to cook for someone. Um, and then I also think about the times when, you know what, I don't have to share my space. I don't have to cook when I don't want to. I don't have to look after someone. I don't have to think about what somebody else is thinking or if they're okay. And I know that that might sound like it's selfish, but I think
No,
that you know
no.
what, the
I've been
older
there. I know.
I you get, it
No.
becomes one of those things of where you know what, self preservation is a huge
Self-preservation.
thing. You know, and and what's the payoff? Well, I guess human connection. You know, that's the payoff in that way.
I think it's not, like even Anna is mentioning, it's like it's not selfish at all. I feel like
Mm.
it's better to be alone than to be with a toxic partner. I really
Well, I
feel
guess
that.
that's where that comes from because
That's
my
where it comes
previous partners
from.
were toxic. Oh my
Exactly.
goodness!
So
I
it's
thank
not,
them for their lesson, but mm-mm.
it's I think that there's a fine line between wanting to be with someone because you are alone, and y- there's so many reasons. You're financially dependent. Like there were so many different reasons why
And I want to make
people
a
do get
brief
married.
correction before we get too carried away. Um, I didn't
Yeah.
just have toxic partners. I was toxic too at that time.
Of course. Of
I
course.
was
Of
toxic
course.
too at that time. You know,
Yeah.
yeah.
I have been toxic too. Like it's like we and that's the journey, right? Where you see your own BS,
Yeah,
right?
yeah,
And you call out,
yeah.
and sometimes that's how, and I think we learn through relationships too. It's like I feel like there is never, that experience is always helpful. Of course, you don't want to keep repeating the same mistake, because then it's not a mistake. You're doing it again and again. Um But I think when we go through, like you said, the experiences like yourself, and I think Anna can also relate to that,
Oh yeah.
you get that experience, right? You get that discernment and you become wiser. And then you can see through people's bullshit. Like if me 20, well, 10 years ago, uh, my cat, okay. Me 10 years ago would be like, I just want someone to get settled down with. That's all I knew. And they should look a certain way and they should be earning this much and this and that and that and that and that. Now I know better. So my priorities are different. And that's what experience does. You meet people like that. Of course, it's painful, but I think the difference where I can feel that is like you would rather be by yourself than going through this that same like again.
Hmm.
That's what we're
Hmm.
talking about, right? But
Oh yeah.
the difference is that where the fine line is, sometimes you can lose out on like the right thing too. If you
Once I identified my own toxic pattern, in the toxic pattern that's happening in front of me or that I was participating in, I'll say that. Once I
yeah.
realized that, it was game over. It was game over after that because you know what? It was about then just complete reversal, complete reversal, and you know,
Mm.
um, if you know, and Anna made the comment there that about what did she say about them keep coming back?
If you
She
left
said,
them alone and they come back, run. No one
yes,
wanted to.
yes. I wanted to say this is that you know what that's often what happens is that you know what they keep coming back to cancer. They keep coming back to cancer because there's that something that you know. But once cancer gets in, yeah, we know your we know your pattern. We know your pattern because remember that cancer was like the mother, like the um, they knew that you know what we were
Interesting.
the the feelers, big time. That we wore our emotions and we could feel their emotions and that was all endearing until you know what we also realized their toxic side. Then we no longer allowed them to use our feelings and emotions against us. We got better control on our emotions
It's
and our emotions inside
interesting.
the
Yeah.
situation.
Once that door is like shut down, I have felt like, and I, of course, you learn through pain, right?
Hmm. Hmm.
If you shut it down, there was a reason you did that in the first
Hmm.
place. Never,
Oh
never
yeah.
like revisit that. And I think
Hmm.
like that's what you're saying too, and I is also saying the same thing that um when people come back, there was something that they were getting from you, some kind of um yeah,
It's an
like your
energy,
energy, yeah, your
energy
energy,
vampire,
yeah, they're
energy
energy
vampire taking
vampires.
your. Absolutely.
And sometimes when people do that, I'm like there's what do you want? Right? and and I think that's the wisdom that we learned through heartbreak and pain and all of that, is to give it to the right person. And like that's where I want to go
Hmm.
forward to, that this journey then actually organically then takes you to better partners where it's
Yeah.
I'm not saying
Hmm.
like it's always equal, but like there's a healthy exchange of give and take. And yeah, like there's balance. And it's just interesting. Maybe that's another topic, but I feel like the partners that or partners or relationships or any kind of dynamics, because this applies everywhere, was because the other person was getting from you a lot more than you were receiving, I'm sure, right?
You know, it's funny because as we're having this conversation, and I'm thinking, you know what? I I don't even trust the energy out there right now that's in the current, you know. I don't trust the energy. I
True.
don't I
I
don't
don't.
trust individuals, what we see is a whole lot of mockery, like
Mhm.
foul crap going on. And you ask yourself, um, I mean, God, we could talk about many places of where this is all stemming from. But hence, listen, if energy, what this is about, and it's my energy that is on the table, no, I'm going to protect my energy at this particular time. And you know what? Um,
Oh,
continue to build my relationships and around me. But you know what? On that personal, intimate level, no, I'm not having anyone suck
and
my
that's
energy
wise. Yeah,
on
and
that
that's wise because
intimate level.
it is wise. Um, I don't know. Anyways, hold on. Let me read the comments. Anna says that my mom cancer. She just passed the 18. My sis and that.
Where is
Mm.
this?
I'm sorry. I
My
maybe you.
mom, cancer, she just passed the 18. My sis and dead fish. I don't understand your comment.
It's okay.
Did your mom have cancer or was your mom a
Oh,
cancer?
or maybe is there a comment? But we can go ahead. If she comments, we can go back. So it says,
Yes, yes.
and she says, but yes, when I've never been disrespectful to my friends. My mom was a cancer and passed from. Oh, okay. I guess she passed.
Okay.
Okay. So she says, yes, when I've never been disrespectful to my friends, when they show me whom they are, I believe you. Thanks. Mm, yeah, you look
Yeah,
at people's
when
actions.
you show me who you
Yeah,
are.
exactly. This. I always look at people's actions. Of course, like the words fuck me up because I have wounds around certain areas, but like most of the time, I just look at people's actions. That says everything, right?
Hmm.
That you need to know. We not all the same way. Exactly. They sure were even at work. Yeah. And it happens at work too. Okay.
Hmm.
I think we
Hmm.
highly underestimate different types of dynamics. It happens with humans at all different levels at work, where we live, at home, friends, everywhere, right?
Hence, one of the reasons why I didn't make those connections with, you know, how I was never one to be a part of the group chat with my, coworkers. You know, they always wanted to go to lunch together. Everything was together, and then in their off time together.
Yeah.
Mm. I looked at
What
those
was that
dynamics.
about? Is that a common theme?
Oh, it
Like
was not about me.
I think I think that anyways, I don't want to say it. Forget it.
Hmm. Hmm.
So she says, yes, Mark, like never before my boots in high enough. Yes, no energy draining. Actually, she had two strokes in front of me. Oh, she's talking about her mom.
Her
Okay.
mom.
Sorry to hear that. Huge mass on liver. We didn't know. So
Oh,
wow.
sorry to hear that about your mom.
Sorry to hear that. Yeah. I laugh. My friends say this or that. I say, what the heck can you see or hear? If someone says no good, they no good, believe. Yes, only certain people I'd hang out with. So I think that's something that over
Mm-hmm.
time we tend to um, have a smaller group of circle and get more selective, which I think is healthy. I would rather have two people that I have a connection with than like 20 people that I absolutely do not
And I'm
understand.
not just trying to align with everybody. Like, you know what? I used to have a
Yeah.
very
Yeah.
open, I used to be very open to people. And
You?
I will say, you know what? Very open. Listen, you just don't align with everybody. you know. And when you narrow that box up, um, listen, when the box narrowed up in terms of the not being so open to people and being more selective, and that's when everything started to change. That's when, you know what, my development really started to change, and putting those boundaries and all that up, you know. I think it's essential
It is.
for your growth.
I mean, life is so much easier now. Oh my God.
Hmm.
I would never want to be what I was 10 years ago. Oh my
Hmm.
God, the amount of pain you go through because you haven't learned all of
Hmm.
these things.
Hmm. Hmm.
You see what I
Hmm.
mean? And that's
Hmm.
why I feel like it's a
Hmm.
myth that I think I think you become better and you become bolder and you become a better version of yourself as you age. I don't know
Yeah.
why. You start living more and like I am just
Yeah.
like, ugh, this is it's delicious and I can actually laugh at people like this now. I did not used to, but now I can actually crack a joke and I'm like, wow.
But
Oh,
that self
pattern.
abandonment that came from being abandoned early on in, and you having to contort, and you start accepting all these different things, bred life into those conditions in your current life, you know? And
Mm, yeah, but I also feel that yes, I can read people better, but I also see the ways in which I fuck up, and
mm-hmm,
my toxic
mm-hmm,
and like wounds, not toxic wounds, but like it came out really badly, but like my wounding, right?
mm-hmm,
It's like when people try to help, I'm like, I got this, and I'll be crying because it's like because you underestimate so many things.
yeah,
You
yeah.
underestimate.
Oh
It's
yeah.
like they're so. I mean, that's
I got this.
classic.
I got this clearly, knowing you don't got this in that moment, and the person that's saying they know you don't got it, but that's that. You know what? No, not
Yeah,
for
but
one.
it's just it's like there's certain patterns that I'm very aware of, and it's like wanting to isolate because you are used
Mm-hmm,
to processing that by yourself because you didn't have people
mm-hmm,
around to help you out when you actually needed
mm-hmm.
them. That's like a classic case of like, and then you end up feeling abandoned even more. Even more. I'm just saying, processing is different. You can tell the other person, hey, I need space, and just leave me alone. Like especially like now that
Mm-hmm.
I'm with my parents. um I'm getting to, so that's what I'm saying. Like you develop all of these things when you're actually living with people and you are connecting
Absolutely.
with people.
Mm-hmm.
You don't learn that when you're by yourself. That was a
No.
survival strategy. And like that's what I'm learning. Yes, I'm very strong and all that la stuff, but like we're not built that way. That's the difference. You can do it, everybody can do it, but are you built that way? No, you're not.
We all need people.
Yeah, but like I have a hard time even now. It's like my default is me. I'll just be like, yeah, I'm okay, and you know.
I know that that's a dangerous. I know that that is a dangerous thing for me, because that is usually been my to go to. But I've been making the choice to reach out, and there
That's the
are
thing. Yeah.
certain individuals which I do keep that real. I can be exactly real with where it is that I'm at, and that's essentially important, because it also, you know what, it's like I too need to know when I'm in trouble. Do you understand what I'm saying?
Yeah, and I
And I
think
need to be able to.
really good because like reaching out even when you
Hmm.
feel uncomfortable
Hmm.
and
Hmm. Hmm.
being consistent is another thing. And even if it feels like yucky, just express it. I think like now I'm realizing that people actually need you a lot more than you think they do.
Absolutely.
It's just really interesting. And so like, and vice versa, vice
Yes.
versa.
And you need people more
And you
than what
need
you think you
people.
do.
And I feel like that's what like survival does to us. That constant like running and like just performing and like there's nothing wrong with setting goals and achieving them, but like at what cost?
Absolutely.
At
Absolutely.
what is the end line? Where's the
And if you are
balance?
not caring about what's happening in the present,
Yeah,
then the present is passing you by.
right.
The present, it's in the present that the or you're, you know what? Yeah, that's when the gifts is happening in the present, you know?
Yeah. And looking back, I feel like it is again, I feel like a trauma response because of the
Hmm.
environment and the way we grew up. I think when
Hmm.
and you were in the beginning, you were saying that you actually prefer slow mornings now. I think this is a great sign because, and I've been doing that too. It
Hmm.
wasn't easy, but we are not built for like that rush and doing this and that and that and that. Yeah, we can do it. I have done it. I have done
Hmm.
it pretty well for a long time.
Trauma
Did it fuck
response.
me? And it fucked me up real well. So yes, you can do it, but are we built for it? Where's the balance? Where are we? Like you said, we're abandoning ourselves in the process, our needs, our emotions, all of that. And to factor that all in also,
Yes.
right?
Yes. Yes.
It's a hard reality check. So it's not that straightforward. I think we do it because for for obvious reasons. But
Well, you know
when
what's
when
like
does it become a habit? Like when does it become a habit is the question,
mhm, mhm, mhm,
rather than healthy space, like you said,
mhm,
and
mhm.
processing. There are a lot of comments. Sorry.
Well, you
Some
know what? It's like allowing, when I look at it from my own, how I used to deal, I don't feel like I have to always be responding anymore. And that, you know
mm,
what, that retreat,
yes.
my retreat is, that's me taking the time to process, assess, or just rebuild. You know what? Just rebuild my energy, and depending on, and she is right about the trauma response. We have had many if you've been privy to many traumas, then guess what, you are definitely prone to responding that way, depending on what it is that's coming at you. But like I said, for me, it's like taking the time to go, whether in isolate or hermit mode. I'll call it hermit mode, and not feel bad about it, not give myself those bad messages, because I don't have to give. I don't have to give of my time. I don't have to give right now. Right now, I'm giving to me. And for whatever way that looks,
Yeah.
and for however way that it needs to be, it just is. It just is. That's me also honoring myself.
And I just want to add to that. I think life, and I can be wrong. There was a time when I was like, I need community and I need friends, and I was like, I actually seeked out um romantic partners as well. Guess what?
Hmm.
Like you attract trash. I'm just saying.
You're,
Okay.
you're get, you know what? You're attracting the very thing that you're
Right.
needy. You attract the
Yes.
needy. You attract the
Yes.
succubus. Someone's gonna suck.
Absolutely. So
Oh
if you're
yeah.
attracting from a sense of need and like aloneness, whatever it is, I think that Yeah, you don't it's like you have to come from a place of fullness, and like you said, spending time with yourself, learning to be okay with being with yourself really is so
Hmm.
important.
Hmm.
um
Without
and
constant feedback.
without,
Feedback.
yeah, and like, and I really like what Anna said, and even you mentioned before. It's like it's I'm reading Anna's comment here. She says it's freeing to know someone there for you without judging. Not that.
Yes.
It's a gift.
Yes.
And I think it's refreshing to hear that from you and also Anna, and my experience as well, that
Hmm.
over the course of whatever life I've lived, I have met, like, life will bring people in your life that will exactly do that for you. And it can be
Hmm.
random people, like not just people in your vicinity or in your family. It can be just random people just showing up.
Hmm.
And to be able to, again, if you haven't processed your wounds, you will not be able to locate them, or you will not be able to see them, because you'll be
That's
like,
right.
you'll be just looking for clues to leave them. I just said
Yes.
it. I'm just saying.
Yes. Yes.
And that's where
Yes.
the work is. Is it is it real, or am I making this up? So again, two things. There are people who actually don't have the capacity to love you at a level that you want.
Hmm.
Okay. And I think that's where
Hmm.
the trauma came from. It's not like
Hmm.
they did not love you, but not at the level or capacity where you wanted. That's number one
That's right.
thing to
Hmm.
understand
Hmm.
and accept. Second, we are humans, we fuck up. So everybody is going to, like, that Bob Marley's quote, like, and I'm just reiterating that everybody's going to hurt you. Just choose the one, you know,
Yes.
like,
Yes.
it's like, I'm just paraphrasing it, but like really at the gist is that we all make mistakes. And the point
Everyone has
is,
the potential to
yeah.
hurt another
And
being.
yeah, and it's
And
about,
you know
are
what?
they, yeah, but
Yeah.
and like I'm joining another uh, quote that I heard was by Jay Shetty, I think, and he said some things that he says like really goes deep. And one thing he said is like, when you want to see other people, look at their intentions, and when it's you, look at your actions.
Yes.
When you look at
Yes.
other people, you look at their intentions, and
Yes.
when you look at
Yes.
yourself, you look at your actions. So this
Yes.
changes everything,
Yes. 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 Yes.
right? So no one,
Mm-hmm.
it's like, if you understand that the other person, yes, you got hurt, but was it their intention? And how can you do that? Through communications. Again,
Yes.
something you need to learn.
Yes.
Do more of that, like honest, vulnerable communication. Not like, you don't do it, like all that drama. Like, come on.
And self-reflective,
Self-reflection. Oh my God.
self-reflective conversation that are where you know what, it's not you, but how
It's,
I, and you're constantly taking your own ownership throughout the conversation of how you felt, of how you were thinking, of what you were expecting, all of those different things,
yes.
you know?
I think it's a part of learning how to communicate, which is another,
Absolutely.
it comes in the self development journey, because, and that process of, like, like we talked about, that's, we need to learn all of these things. Like, if you, how do I say this? If growing up, you did not learn the dictionary, and I'm just going to say that, of emotions and
Yes.
what you need to learn
Yeah.
that. You can't just
Yes.
say, and I go through that, I fuck up, okay? I'm like, I am feeling this, I just don't know how to communicate. Like, but I this and it takes me a minute to understand why I was triggered. And that's the,
You, know, you made a point that when, if folk were to look at it from this standpoint, that most of us grew up with a toolbox which was not filled with tools, but
which was not
only
filled with
had a
tools.
selective few tools. Some of us grew up with a toolbox with hammer, just a hammer or a saw. And
Mm.
so, you know what? A hammer or a saw does not build a house. It takes many other different things. You need something to measure. You need, you know what
Yeah.
I mean? Many, many different things. But my whole point being is our parents
Yeah.
grew up with only a selective amount of tools. And so it's up to
Right.
us to take and grow our toolbox.
Yeah. And
And
it's not about blaming. Like every time I
right,
bring this up, like
right.
it looks like a blame when you don't have the capacity to handle the truth, right? And that's what I feel
Yes,
again.
yes,
Um,
yes.
and that can also feel like abandonment if you don't know the difference, right?
Mm-hmm.
Anyways, that's
Mm-hmm.
another topic. But like accountability, yourself and others is so important to see where you are
Yeah.
at
Yes.
and
Yes.
to learn like I it's been many years now that I've been spending time on my emotions, and like I was a mess because I was feeling so much but I did not have the language for it. What do you do with that? It's like you have been given this whole you have been given this whole thing and you don't know what to do with it. So you need to learn the
You know,
language,
we were talking about, because the
right?
topic is about, you know what, abandoning self abandonment, and or abandonment, which often can keep us from obtaining um, strong, healthy relationships, whether that be on a romantic level or, you know, at work level or whatever, because of the fact that um, our fear of that abandonment, being triggered by that abandonment. My point being is that, you know what, if one remains and allows that to continue, they also remain a victim. So you got to change it so that you don't remain the
Yeah,
victim, you know?
exactly. It's like the ways in which we abandon ourselves because we don't know what we are
Right,
feeling.
right,
So we're gaslighting ourselves in a way. It's like, no, I'm not feeling
right,
that. I'm okay. That's what we do, right? You ask someone, how are you
right.
doing? I'm fine. Okay.
Yes.
You look
Hmm.
like shit. You don't look fine
Right,
to me. You don't
right.
see that? That's what I'm saying. If we don't learn this language of the system that we are given, this whole the human experience involves mental, emotional, physical, spiritual, all of these components. But if we don't take the time to explore that, you are
Yeah.
gonna end up abandoning yourself in a way.
Hmm. Hmm.
And so it is
Hmm.
it's like it's the most important, it's our the first responsibility, right, to learn all of this so that you can, like you said, and I think that is what communication is. We can
Hmm.
never communicate if we don't even know what we're feeling.
Hmm.
It's you're gonna attack the other person, you're gonna project on them because you have no clue what's going on here,
Hmm. Hmm.
right?
You have some more comments.
Yeah, there's a lot more comments.
Anna's got Anna. You're telling us your
Anna's
whole
on
story.
fire. I love
She
that.
is on fire with her story.
Okay, let's see. Um, she says, we don't have to give when we are in need. It's like the hermit mode to understand when you need space, and it's not an attack, it's
Mm.
just
Mm.
your time. It's
Mhm.
like the things that we
Mhm.
learn. And if you have anxious attachment, it can look like you are abandoning but like it's so interesting to know the difference. Okay, perfect. That's what I went through, and they can tell we both so alike since young, 12 years old. Hmm. Maybe
Yes.
she's relating to you, maybe. Okay, let's see. We're going through
What's that?
together. She says we are both so alike since young, and she mentions 12 years old.
Yes.
We are going through together. Oh, maybe she's talking about her friend. I'm not sure. Okay.
I think
We are
she's
going
talking about a friend.
Okay, okay. We are going through together. Okay. I keep helping her be stronger for her own safety and sanity. That's beautiful. Since 12 years old, like that is like top notch. I mean, if you can
Mhm.
grow with a person since so young, it's a gift. My dad called mom names. Fatty by her maiden name. He be like Ziegler and wondering why she have different name. He was not around. He was out drinking with big shots.
Mm.
Ooh, yeah, that's body image issues. Like, you know what I'm. Oh, okay, but like, yeah, it's tough. I'm sorry you went through that, and I just it messes you
And
up. I
that
hope
definitely would
you're.
have had an impact on you. It would have had an impact on you, and it probably, yeah, on you, and
You know,
even
it's
how you
like
entered relationships.
the way your father treats your mother is how you think that a romantic partner should treat you. That's how fucked up this is. If you don't know the difference.
Hmm. Hmm. Hmm.
Yes, many were hidden tools. My grandpa built the home. I mean, yes, ladies, indeed, we growing daily. It's great to understand my gifts now. Will be 2 years in October. That's amazing. Huge. Yes, I have to realize my sister might abandon me, yet I'm ready in my mind if it happens. Detachment. I chit chatter. We chit chat too. Look at us. We've been chatting for like what? It's
I
an
not only
hour.
that, but you know what I was thinking about, and I was thinking about trauma bonding. You know what? When you come up
Okay.
in a home where there is that level of toxicity going on, and
Yes.
everybody has their roles, and so that, it sounds like you're going through something like that with your sister, in separating
Yes.
it in terms of your, what's healthy,
That's
because
very
that's
hard.
that's there's so many different dynamics if there is levels of narcissism, and it sounds like that might have been on the table inside your home. I don't know, I'm just listen, I'm just throwing it there, but because I can speak it, because I looking at my own personal upbringing, where there was alcoholism, and quite a few toxic dynamics, and large family, everyone playing their different roles, and you know, uh, between
That's another
triangulation
thing. Yeah.
and,
Triangle.
and uh, codependency, yeah, in toxic trauma bonding. You're bonding because you know what, you share the same bullshit experience.
And that's not love. Like, oh my God. Like, so many times we're like, oh, we went through that. We bros or whatever. No, you're not. Just you can
Mhm.
help each other heal that. But I think love is much more than that. It's much more than the traumas. It's much more than I think it's a part of it,
Mm,
but I think it's much more than what we we make it our life and we're like, this is who we are,
mhm,
this is what I am. I'm like, ah,
mhm,
okay, that is trauma bonding. Because you don't want to own your traumas. You don't want to work through them.
mm, mm.
And you
And
end
the
up hurting each
moment, the
other. You end up
moment,
yeah, and you end up hurting each other and then you abandon yourself even more. So yeah,
mhm, mhm, yeah,
my dad told me lose weight. You're so much more beautiful. Oh my god. Like I have no clue like why do we
mhm,
keep like anyways, I feel like this has
mm,
affected me too because it's like
mhm,
skin color, right?
mhm,
Skin
mhm.
color, weight,
Don't
the
get
need
too dark.
don't get too
But
dark, right?
that's what you were told.
You don't sit a certain way, don't wear
Yeah,
this, don't wear that, don't talk this like this, don't show your teeth,
yeah, yeah. Don't be too loud.
don't be too
Mhm,
loud.
mhm,
Like don't wear this, don't wear that. People are gonna get uncomfortable. Don't express your like all of this. The ways in which we just
mhm,
suffocate the other person
mhm,
just
mhm,
because we think that will make them more desirable. Like for what?
mhm,
For what? Like
mhm,
who is deciding this? By the way,
mhm,
like life is
mhm,
not. There's nobody sitting in the sky deciding this except us humans, and most of the time just to make men feel happier. Body here, like people have issues with body here. Like what the like? Can we grow up? I'm just saying,
mhm,
but it's like the ways in which we again it's like abandon ourselves through our bodies just to fit in, because
You
we're
know,
taught
can I just
this.
say something to that? Because I'm gonna draw on this again. I'm gonna draw on it again. Because the very thing that came to my mind is when I think of abandonment, I see, and I'm just gonna speak for women right now, and I can't speak for all women because it's not true of all women. But there seems to be a pattern of behavior out there where women continue to abandon themselves in the sense, you know what? Putting poison in their asses to enhance their ass. Putting, yes, I'm going to say it because you know I thought about this and I thought about this. I'm thinking, no,
Just
you
fire
really, really
away.
feel this way. You
Fire.
really feel this way, and you're feeling it for a reason. Because what I
Yeah.
see us doing to
Yeah.
feel accepted by other people
Yeah.
is this is not normal. This is, I just want to say this, it's not normal.
It's not.
It's
It's your
not normal
body.
to have the dagger nails. I'm going to say
Yeah.
it. Yes, I said it before and I meant it. And I was apologetic, but you know what? There's
No,
something
don't
fucking
be.
wrong. I'm not going to be in those lashes. The lashes, the lashes. I got to say it. Do you realize that that glue can blind you? It can literally
Can
blind
it?
you. Oh my God, I'm going to tell you something. I work for an ophthalmologist. And when it was our turn to do
I'm sorry. I'm just like, I'm
emergencies,
saying.
when the doctor was on call, when he would be on call, some of our emergencies, one emergency in particular, a woman came in with such a bad infection from the glue that it almost took her sight. My whole point being is it was all for a fashion statement at a wedding. What? That's not counting the women that put it on every
I'm
day.
just,
So, you know
yeah.
what? From a
Well,
medical standpoint, it's like it just doesn't make sense. Glue on your dermis, that's another thing. If you are putting
right.
those fake nails, your skin is receiving glue. So, yeah, I got to say it to the point of where now, what a woman's normal now is not what we see as normal or perceived as normal, has to be the fake nail. Come, that's your dermis, and you keep covering that up.
I think it's just really sad. I mean, I personally feel like to each their own, but I think that it's really sad that we have been taught to hate our own bodies. I think it's really sad, men and women both. I think we are beautiful the way we are made, and it's just really, yeah, it makes me sad when I feel like you need like a million different things, especially women, to feel beautiful. What? Like, so it's like it's almost like, the real thing is missing, like our energy, our vitality, our like erotic, whatever it is, our like
One
sexual
thing to do it,
energy.
you know what? I'm
All
gonna
of
be
that
pretty.
is
Yeah,
suppressed, is
yeah.
suppressed, and we watch porn and we do all this shit, right? Just it's like we're trying to compensate for the real thing. I really feel that.
Hmm. Hmm. Hmm.
I think you can see the difference between a woman who feels beautiful, not in the way she looks, but in her energy and the way she carries herself, versus a woman who
Yeah.
has spent like $100,000. Nah, it doesn't. It doesn't catch up, right? So again, it feels very. Since beginning, I have felt like I can see through people. Like when you don't feel good inside yourself, no matter how much you dress up, you still gonna suck. I'm just saying.
And most of the time, you know what? I just want to add this too, in saying that if you were to ask men who who women are doing this for, they're doing
Yeah.
it for other women because
Oh,
men don't prefer to have the Bambi lashes because they know that they're aesthetics.
fancy
Men don't.
lashes.
Well, it's true. Bambi. You know what I mean? Um, anyways, the whole thing, if you were to ask them, they prefer you more in your natural. It's but that's magazines, You know who profits off of that? The people who make the lashes, the people who work putting them on.
Well, it's a $1 million industry, right? So if you
Yeah,
make women
yeah,
insecure about your eyes and your nose and your lips and your teeth and your boobs and your stomach and your thighs and your this and your that, you make a lot more money than telling someone you're okay as you are.
yeah, yeah, yeah,
So, yeah.
yeah. And no, this is. Listen, I ain't throwing. Well, I guess you know what. I ain't throwing shade. This is not coming from a shade point. I'm talking about from a. We gotta start reevaluating how we are doing
It
things.
messes you up. Yeah.
It
It,
does psychologically. There is something missing
yeah.
or something going on. Something's
And
going on. And to normalize this,
yeah,
all the bullshit that we normalize right now, yeah, it's time.
I
It's time
think
to stop
that's
the
what it
nonsense.
is. Like, even if you talk about this and we just, we're just expressing our views, I'm sure like a lot of people are gonna hear it and be like, "Oh, they're so judgmental." When it's discernment, there's a difference. It's like if you can't even question what you're doing, I don't know what like. There's no way to improve and there's no way to do better because you already think you are doing the best you can. So like, what's the point of living? What's the point of like we need to challenge the collective standard that we are creating. Like where
Mm,
everyone looks the same. Have you seen? Everyone looks the same. You look like 50 years ago, women had different bodies. They look
yes,
everyone had different shapes,
yes,
eyes, everybody. Now everyone wants to look the same. Kim Kardashian.
yes,
I'm just saying.
yes, yes.
How boring is that?
And not everybody wants a Cardi B ass.
It's so
I'm just gonna
fake.
say it like,
It's so yeah. It's what is the word? Like objectification of women, right?
oh my dear God. And you
Really.
know what? I could go on and on and on, but you know what? This conversation could take a serious turn for the.
I know.
It
I'm
would be
just
about
gonna
about.
end
It
that
would not
here.
be about. But
It's
I'm
gonna
just
end it
saying
here.
that you know what?
Yeah. And like,
We
okay,
are
I'm
in a
just saying.
mess.
Yeah. And
Yeah,
like
if that's where you're taking your cues and your clues for fashion and all of that, wow, is all I'm gonna say. Wow. Find your authentic self, please. Don't be like
um
everybody else.
okay, let me read the comments.
Hmm.
Okay. NSA said not proud. I had 18-year job at stock market. I should have gone to college. I said I almost failed religion. Okay, religion is another way we control
Yep, the masses.
humanity and women in general.
Absolutely. Absolutely. Keep
So
you in that lower
like abandoning
vibration,
yourself
not
again.
in your power.
It's like people are gonna tell you what to feel and what to do and what to think.
Absolutely.
And like you just don't never use your human faculties. We're gonna tell you what to do. What how is that? Okay, anyways. Yes. Religion. Yes. Yes, don't do. There's no need to use bad words to communicate. There are different ways to say. Yeah, I mean, again, it comes in communication, right? You can be
Mm,
critical, but you can still be respectful, which is what I feel. You can still be respectful. Full stop. I
yes.
can't
Yeah.
imagine. Yes, such a big deal with nails. Beautiful comes from inside and spreads out. People lots in competition for what? It's so sad because maybe I'm in India now, so I'm getting more reels from India, like suggested reels. And there was
Hmm.
this video where there was this woman sitting, and I can feel what she's saying because I've been there. And she was crying because she was like, I'm so ugly. She was crying. There was nothing wrong with her. She was beautiful. She was
Hmm.
just herself. But she was
Hmm.
crying and she was like, I'm so ugly. Like I feel like shit and I don't, and people shame me and I'm so dark and I'm this and that. And I'm like, I and this is 2026.
I know. I know.
I'm like, this is what we're focusing on. Like, this is our human expression. Our soul chose this expression of yourself,
Mhm,
and
mhm.
like we are just at like the lowest point of it. Like we just not even able to accept our physical vessel. Forget about everything else. There's so much to do and explore, right?
Because there's a carbon copy out there that you're supposed to be
Like
subscribing to. And we're also, and we're really at the point of where, you know what, we need to find our own
we need to find our own
uniqueness.
expression. Yes, I
Oh
think
my
that is,
God, our own uniqueness, please. Yes,
yeah, and
yes.
this is
We
what
don't
our,
need 50,000 versions of Nicki Minaj. And yes, I'm going to use you guys because you guys are the fronter, the front people. You are the front people that are out there. So your Nicki Minaj's, your Cardi B's, and I'm using those just people as an example because, as I said,
yeah,
you put yourself
because
out there.
yes, exactly. So they have a responsibility. I think every celebrity has a certain level of responsibility in their choices and how they show up,
Right,
because the collective unconsciously follows all of that.
right.
And that's the power they hold. I'm just going to say it because they're more visible rather than you and I. I'm
Well,
just
who
saying,
is the
right?
majority of people that buy their music? Young people. I'm going to
And
just
young
say that.
people in
And how
general.
young are they? They're coming real, real young. They said, you know
Look
what?
at
They're
the
starting off at
lyrics.
8.
Look at the lyrics
They're
of
all,
most of these songs. It's like so low vibration, and
yeah.
you're actually attracting like the lowest entities when you do that. And I've been there too. So that's why I know. It's like you don't even know you're attracting like garbage.
And your Tylers. Your Tylers. Yep. Your little water girl. Tyler. Out there, you know what? Always, you know what? Shaking your ass. Stop shaking your ass, too.
It's
Yes,
so
I'm going to say
like
this.
I think we have
Offer up
sexualized
booty
everything.
everywhere.
I think we have sexualized everything. Like there's no
Hmm.
sense of like even in India, I'm just gonna say like India is famous for like the spirituality. Like there's so much like rich, like deep, deep wisdom here. But when I go and then travel and everything, for example, I went to the south, and like in the south, it's like it's like people are more dark because they get more sun, and I think it is beautiful. But when I saw and I'm observing everything, right, and I saw the posters, and on the posters are like white women, like, and
Hmm.
majority of the people I saw there are like dark.
Hmm. Hmm.
So like,
Hmm.
what is? I don't get it. Like, what are you trying to say?
Influence in,
I
in
just hate it. I just hate it. Like even like Indian movies, it's called Bollywood. Like Hollywood is called like West is called Hollywood. It's called Bollywood trash. It's all like white skin, fair people. Like
yes,
no, it's like
yes.
it does not represent. It does not represent an average Indian. I'm just saying. There's no
Everywhere
diversity.
the colonizer put his hand in, he
Exactly.
colonized you. He entrapped your thinking. No more different than what he did over here in the good old
Yeah.
Americas.
Same.
Everywhere the colonizer puts his mark, he shows up the
Right.
same way. And that's what it looks like.
And it's just really
Yep,
sad to me because I feel like people are so
yep,
beautiful in the way they are, like naturally,
yep.
and somewhere along the line we were made to believe that we were not enough and we were not beautiful. I think that's really sad, and the amount of self-hatred instilled in you is just really sad. And I went through that too. I hated my body, hated the way I looked, until
I
like
just want to say
I
this.
went out and like people would randomly compliment me, and I'm like, what? That's how sad it is. Sorry. Go on.
I was just going to say that, you know what, the one common thing throughout all of this conversation, color kept coming up. How color, you know what, it was, you know what, it's uh, they demonized if you were too dark. And they did that
Yes.
everywhere. Well, what is it? What is it? You know what? The very black race that nobody wants to be is the same fucking race that everybody copycats. Musically, dress, to the point where you're putting injections in asses so that you know what? Thicker lips? What's going on here? You even
Why
change
do
your
you want to
fucking
get tanned?
hairstyle.
Yeah, why do you want to get tanned?
Yes, yes,
And
yes,
why do you want
yes.
a big ass? Because you guys naturally have it. Why do you want that?
I'm just
It's
saying.
and so absolutely, I feel like
Everywhere the colonizer put his hand,
yeah. All right, we are okay. We need to wrap
we
this up.
are,
All right, let's
we're
we
over,
just
we're
okay.
over. Okay.
We just
See,
over.
immediately
Oh,
went
welcome.
sideways.
I know. Welcome,
Like,
Sabrina. I hope you're well. So nice to
hello,
see you.
Sabrina. Didn't
Um,
even see you.
and then you two are just what I needed today. Anna says, "Oh, thank you for being here." Which is
You
like
too,
boom,
Anna.
boom, boom,
We
boom.
needed you today. You are live in the chat. You are
Exactly.
appreciated. Hello,
Yeah,
Sabrina.
yeah. That's what
Hmm.
I say. Everyone look the same, dress the same. Okay. Oh my god. And I, right? I, I
Yes,
have, I have. So whatever we're talking about, at least I've been through all of that. I've done all of this, and I know, I know. So I know the other side too.
yes,
Wanted to mimic like the Western and all of that, and now I'm like, hold on, what is my culture? Oh wait, where did I come from?
yes,
Okay, I'm gonna try that, and I'm gonna go into. So I'm going the other way now. I'm going back to
yes,
my roots, right?
yes,
So that's why
yes,
you see me in traditionals now, like all that stuff, because
yes,
I've
yes,
started explore, and I really like it because it's so colorful, and that's the thing we're talking about. We need to explore our cultures and also other cultures. I don't think there's any harm in learning, but
absolutely,
express
absolutely.
yourself. I'm not Catholic yet. The teacher passed me because I tried my hardest. Wow,
Mm,
I was only a student. Wow. So that's another way people actually try to control you through grading you, right?
yes,
And creating
yes,
competition and creating like tiers. Oh my God. Like, I don't even want to get started there, but absolutely.
and
Being
to
me is
program you
so
into
freeing.
a pattern of thinking. Hmm.
Yeah, it's like, it's, anyways, it is a thing. And I think we continue that at workplaces too. It's like, oh, the person at this position, like just agree with them regardless if they're talking bullshit,
Yes,
right? And it's like
yes,
you don't. I was like, I don't know what I have in myself. Since day one, I would like question anybody and everybody.
everything.
Like,
Yes,
who are you?
yes,
Like, we're all the same, okay? But like Indians, especially, I'm just saying, because that is my experience, love to like categorize people and be like
yes,
we're like very two-faced and biased. Not
yes,
everyone, not everyone, I'm just saying.
yes,
But
yes.
anyways,
Can't say for everyone, but it's yeah. I get it. I get what you're
and if you
saying.
talk to any Indian, they'll be like, never work for an Indian. There's a reason. I will suggest that too. I'm just saying. Okay. Being me in general, there's always a silver lining, right? Being me
There's
is so
always a silver
freeing.
lining, but I'm going to tell you right now, in my experience, don't do it. Now that's my experience. And listen, I could have a whole motherfucking podcast on that one. But anyways, we'll leave it right there for today. So that
Just
tells you I don't judge.
caution.
I don't judge them all. I do not judge you all. But
Just caution. Just
caution.
caution. Caution. It's like,
Yes. This is a
conditions
live.
apply.
Listen, we went sideways. Girl, we went really sideways. I think we need to wrap this up. Sideways.
It's okay. It went where it was supposed to go. And I
Yes,
don't think
okay.
we ever plan our lives.
No,
So whatever.
we don't. We don't.
And it's a sad world for these young ones. I think we need more mentors too. Really feel that maybe I
We
should
do.
like I have so many opinions. I'm like, I think youngsters need good mentors. I think it's
Hmm.
so
Hmm.
difficult
Hmm.
to live with all of that changes you're going through and then society and all of that and to be able to figure it out by yourself and then it's just crazy.
Yes.
Absolutely. How does
Yes.
that even make sense? See, when I was young, I was blessed. My gram worked and we had all kinds of people. I never saw color disabled. Everyone was same. Now I know few weeks gay, no one cared. Okay. Yeah, that helps. Like diversity helps. And I feel like the best thing you can do for yourself and for your children if you're a parent,
Mhm.
or for people that, you don't even have to be a parent, just in general for the younger generation, like travel more, explore more, meet new people, meet people of different cultures, get to know them more. I think that is life changing, because it
Absolutely.
opens, it's like all of this division is because we don't have experience, we lack experience.
We lack experience and we lack
And then we
true
also don't,
information.
and
Our
we don't
information on
read either,
the topic or the
and
person is limited.
we don't read either, and we go to Wikipedia, which is like what?
Hmm.
you know
Hmm. Hmm.
so either you read and then, explore in different ways. There are always different cultures around, always, and I feel
Hmm.
like
Hmm.
that's another reason why I always gravitate towards different people and cultures, and like yourself too. I mean, I just,
Hmm.
it's more wholesome and more exciting too, seriously.
Hmm. Hmm.
Much love and appreciate you do use really. Oh, Sabrina says, colorism exists in a lot of cultures. Yeah. It's
Absolutely.
sad. Like I've been to Mexico and like same thing. I mean, they have such rich culture, and the type of Mexican food that we get in the States is like nonsense. It's not real food. And it's not
No.
real people, it's not real culture, it's not
No.
just about copying Halloween because it's cool.
Yeah.
No,
Yeah.
there's a full history behind it, and like why do they do what they do. It's just like I don't know what. Yeah, okay, I'm just gonna continue. I'd have to
Yeah.
wait three free. Yes, I
Yes.
love it. And Anna says I'd have to wait 3 free hours to go to her class. Oh, it's the same. So the okay, I think she was talking about, like, since she was smart, she was able to, she was not a Catholic, but she was able to get bypass it because she was smart. And she says she had to
Yeah.
wait 3 hours to go to her class. Something. Like the subtle discrimination is like maddening. I'm just gonna end it here. Anna says the only way I passed English was my gram stayed up all night studying with me. 2 years, the same thing. She passed. I didn't have a helper. Wow. And that's another thing. Like everywhere I go, people are like, "Your English is good." I'm like, "What are you talking about? Like my whole education was in English. Actually, much more than the regional languages, which is kind of the other way." But
Yes. Yes.
it's like, the subtle ways where you're like, "Oh, your English is good. What do you mean? Like, what do
Well,
you
you know
mean?"
what? You get your English is good, and I get. Oh, you're black. Because you know what? When I worked in the office and often answering the phone, they didn't realize that they were corresponding with someone black. So I said, "What does a black person sound like?" You know,
What?
I guess I have my professional voice and I also have my at home voice. However,
Oh, I actually like the way you guys talk. Personally, I think it's so like, how do I say it? Yeah, I think it's so like primal. Let's just say that. I think the way you guys
yeah,
talk, I love it.
yeah,
Anyways,
hmm,
um,
hmm.
and then Anna says I tend to do. I love traveling. Unfortunately, I'm disabled and need
Hysterectomy.
hysterectomy and cervical cancer removed, knee fixed. I always went traveling. See, it's not just about that. I think it's the curiosity, right? And the need to, and the openness to explore different cultures, and you can do that through so many different ways. But I'm sorry to hear that. It's like traveling is not the only way. I'm just gonna add that. It's just me saying, okay. We understand. She said, I look, you're the only one paying attention. People are rude. Okay. Yeah. So I do you have anything else to add? I think we
I
are
don't.
way
I was just
over.
gonna, just say this, that you know what? Listen, if you have not left your neighborhood or your community, and that's all you ever know or knew, then you know what? I'm going to say you're going to be at a serious disadvantage. when it comes to the full world and people that are around you. It's through living around other people that, you know what, you had an
Yeah,
opportunity to go in and experience, depending on where that is and what that looked like. And you definitely realize that, you know what, listen, we are not all the same. I'm just going to say that culturally
yeah.
we are different. And you know what, there's things that just make us different, and just acknowledging that there is a difference and that, you know what, we are not all the same. Then you know what, you lived some, you
I
have a
think it's
bigger.
like it's a paradox, right? We are different, but we are also similar in so many ways.
Absolutely,
But to
absolutely,
respect the differences and to,
absolutely.
um
I should have finished with that, because you know what, yeah, it just sounded
because
like,
it gives
just
a very different
focusing on the differences.
message.
Exactly.
Yeah, and to
Yeah.
embrace the differences and actually also the similarities, because I think that's the beauty of it. I feel like, right?
Living around different cultures as I have, I'm going to tell you something. Here's my whole full experience. And I'm not going to name just one particular culture, because you know what? I grew up in Windsor. I grew up in Windsor. I lived in Windsor, Ontario, which, if you know Windsor, Ontario, it's very multicultural. And I will tell you what I learned in the 18 plus years that I lived there, that there were good people and there were assholes in the
Of course.
whole spectrum. So
They're
race or
always,
culture didn't have anything to do with that. Good people, assholes. And what are you attracting?
it's
You know?
always the same everywhere. Trust me.
Absolutely. So that's that's the best. But we need to wrap this up, Revney.
Let's
Yes, yes, we do. We do. Yeah, yeah.
I still haven't had dinner, so, and my
Me
cat
neither.
too. She's like, what's going on?
I know that's the saying. Come on. And
Stop
thank you
yapping.
all in the chat. Thank you all in the
Thanks,
chat. And
everyone.
thank you. Oh my goodness. This is a good live. It went way better than what I thought. Because I told you I came in on the low end, but I
I
like
can
this.
see that.
I did. I came in on the low end, but you know what? It was such a, you never know where we're going to land. And this is beautiful. And then you know what? The participation in the chat has been so live.
Yeah,
And I
thank
hope
you.
you
I
show up
appreciate it.
again, Miss Ann, because you have been real active in this chat and appreciate it. So
Yes,
yeah, definitely show up again, because we'll be meeting again next week, but on my channel.
on your channel.
So
Yes.
yeah,
But sending you all love, healing. Have a great time wherever you are. Make a
yes,
great time. And
yes,
we'll see you next week on Hilla's channel. I don't know what the topic is, but we'll see. But you can feel free to
mm,
comment. Yeah, we will
absolutely, absolutely.
definitely would love that. So I can't fix my notifications. I can't figure out. You need to turn on like on the notifications. So there's this tab on the page, and right next to the, where is it? Where is it, Hilda? Sorry,
Oh,
I'm kind of
well, you
blanking
know
out.
what? You click the bell. There'll be a
You click the
bell
bell.
on whatever the topic
Click the
is. Or
bell.
you go, when you go into the you have to subscribe, and when you click the bell, you'll receive a notification every time we do a live or drop a video. So I don't know if that's what you're
Right.
talking about, or you
That's
have
what
to
she's
actually
talking
go
about.
in to your settings on your phone, and then you know what, go into your notifications and turn it on.
Okay. No, internally. Oh, internally on your okay, internally. Then it should be on the settings and like the app, and then you can turn it on, um clicking on
Hit
YouTube
notifications.
notifications. No, she's talking about her phone, I think.
Yeah.
Um but you can also Google it, and I think you might find ways to.
Well, that's
But
what I was saying.
thanks.
That if you go into your settings on your phone
Right.
settings, then there is a list of different apps that should be doing in your notifications is one of them. So you click on that, and then it's probably turned off, and you need to click the button so it goes on. so you can get notifications from your, whether it's your emails or wherever.
Just Google it or on YouTube, search it out. Anna, if this is not helping, I think there are always
Right.
step by step. You can just follow that. But thank you for being here, Hilda. I appreciate you
Thank
and
you.
everyone
Thank you for having me.
on the
And
chat. Thanks, Sabrina, for being here. Hope you have a
yes,
lovely
thank you,
day.
everyone.
And
We
Anna and
appreciate it.
mom and whoever else. But we'll see you again next week. Until then, take care. Thanks, Hilda.
Bye. Then you're welcome.
Bye.
Love you. Bye bye.
Love you. Bye.